And I am honored to be here sharing this story. You guys, almost 11 years ago, my husband and I were introduced to Lifevantage. My husband was a contractor at the time. I was a medical massage therapist. I was booked out. We had a 2-year-old at the time. And, there were a couple of things. We had a health breakdown. We had a health crisis. How many of you have had a health crisis that has led you to the products, right? Has led you to that Protandim NRF2. I mean, that was really what opened the door for my husband and I to be taking a deeper look, and for really me to be here almost 11 years later, more excited today than I was 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And, the products got us in, because when we're talking about the story of activation, which we're going to dive into tonight, it's very, very powerful. And as a massage therapist, there were so many nutritional supplements and, solutions, so to speak, that crossed my desk. And I had to really dive in and take a look to see, do I really want my clients taking these products? Are they valid? Do they have the right certifications? Do they have any science? I had to dig in and really do a lot of research. So when I saw that ABC investigative news report, which we are going to take a peek at tonight, my jaw hit the floor. And why is that? Because it talks about a condition called oxidative stress. It's about the key condition that ages us. It's about inflammation, fibrosis, all the things that we try to get ahead of through a proper diet and exercise and mindset. And so when I saw that, it was really showed to us through a nurse practitioner, right? She showed us that ABC news report. And so I had a lot of trust, and we said, hey, we're in, let's start taking the products. And what was very interesting is that at the same time, she said to me, Sarah, if you see what I see, there's actually money to be made here. And she had no idea at that time that my husband and I were rubbing two pennies together. We literally, when my hands were not on massage clients, the paycheck stopped. When my husband wasn't at the job site with a hammer and nail, that paycheck stopped. I mean, it was devastating at that point in our life to be really crumped by the money situation. How many of you out there have experienced that? I mean, it is very common. And this, at that time was put in front of us. What we're going to see tonight is really a little bit about the technology. We're going to learn a little bit about the company itself and how we get paid and why this is so significant right now. And we were taught in the very beginning that, really looking at vetting a company like this, there are a couple of key components, key elements that need to be in place. And it's, the products, it's the company, it's the timing and the system, it's the trends, all these things need to be in alignment for a really good opportunity to really make it, take it to the place where we can be creating an income. And it is really what we say it is. So for us, our Lifevantage story started out with the products. We had game-changing results, which led us to taking a deeper look. So that's what I'm excited to share this Lifevantage story, to move a little bit into how we get paid and really what it means for those taking a look. So if you're a guest on here tonight, get ready to take notes, get back with the person who invited you. You could be a cheerleader. You could be somebody who's really just cheering them on. You could see something in the products, or you could see something in the opportunity to change your life financially. So any way that you're landing here tonight is perfect, right? So just know that you're just going to hear some powerful information. So we're going to start by taking a look at where it all started. And it started with an ABC investigative news report that aired back in 2005. Yes, it sounds like dinosaur-ish, right? Prehistoric, going back that many years. But what you're tuning into is the beginning of our company. It's really the beginning of taking this company into network marketing from retail, because this product was sitting on the shelves when this news report aired. You have a scientist with breakthrough, validation, right? And it came to the masses, right? John Quinones and his news team went in to try to debunk the claims that this flagship product actually did what it said it was going to do, which is lower the key condition, Skylar, to 40% in 30 days. And guys, this condition, oxidative stress, is tied to over 200 non-communicable disease states, right? Very significant. So John Quinones was like, this he was trying to take the company down at that point. So that we're going to take a peek there, and then I'll bring you up to speed as to where we are today.
Following is an ABC primetime investigative report that aired in 2005.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm it.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes.
Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
I wouldn't put it that way, but we may have discovered something that will tell us a lot more about how we age, what happens biochemically, and maybe how we can slow it down.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. Taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? Well, maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
All right. So that's a snippet. That original report was about 9 minutes long. So ask the person who invited you to send that original clip. It's very, very powerful because there's multiple doctors that are all validating this, right? So John Quinones went in 45% in 12 days was his result. Okay. And so we were sitting, retail on the shelves. We're talking about a first to market genetic activator. No one actually knew what it did. So it really failed in retail. When you have an innovation and it's first and it's sitting next to a wall, shelves full of supplements, no one really knows the difference. Not the guy behind the counter. No one really knows the difference. So, the company saw that when that news report aired, that product Protandim went on a 9-month back order, the store shelves cleared and people couldn't find it. And so it was one of those, things that for us, it was like, okay, where do we put something like this? Well, what they saw was that there was a blip in the radar on sales. And the company said, why don't we just pull it out of retail and put it in the hands of educators, put it in the hands of people that are actually going to be out there really, defining what the difference is. It's the difference between supplementation and activation. It's very different. You can see on this chart here that Without protandem in the mix after the age of 20, it's just like a faucet. Before the age of 20, you got the water, it's like pouring through, it's super healthy. And then as we age, that faucet just starts to turn off. That's the simplest way to explain it. And with protandem, it just turns the faucet back on. And with that, it's, when that news report aired, that's where the science came in. Companies were calling John Kino, companies were calling Lifevantage and saying, we want to study this because, one, we know heart disease is tied to high levels of oxidative stress. We know all these, kind of conditions as we age are tied. So what we have is third-party validation above and beyond anything out there right now in the natural world. If you type in protandem, you'll find 38 third-party peer-reviewed articles that were done outside of our company. We cannot claim to treat, prevent, or cure, or mitigate, or anything. But what organizations, health institutes, research institutes saw was something very compelling. So there's a lot of information that we can lean on. And this is dynamic, guys. This is ongoing. Like one day I'm going to type in protandem and there's going to be, 30 or 40 peer review. There's science going on right now that we don't even know about as consultants with the company. So let's talk about oxidative stress. Oxidative stress, like I said, is tied to how and why we age. Going to the National Institutes of Health on PubMed.gov, which is the Google for doctors, by the way, it's where one searches for medications and disease states and supplements and things like that. If you were to type in oxidative stress today, there's over 300,000 third-party peer-reviewed articles tying that to the breakdown in the skin, the breakdown in the heart. It's tied to everything. It's like the rusting from the inside out. So we have the science. Guys, we have patents. I could go on, but we're gonna talk about like kind of the progression. That was our flagship product that came out in the very beginning. And the company really thought, like, what other things out there that are tied to aging that we could use, and kind of use that idea of activating the body versus supplementing, because that really is the key distinction. If we can turn on our body's ability to heal, how awesome would that be? Well, collagen has been huge, right? We stopped making collagen at the age of 20, between 20 and 30. And, that is very powerful. So we have the first to market collagen activator. Why is collagen important? Because collagen goes beyond the skin, right? I'm just learning about this, and I have been in the healing arts and in this alternative space for a long time, but it is tied to every single system in the body, right? You can see here, muscle recovery, joint, gut, health, hair, skin, nails, all those things. So when we don't have collagen, our eyeballs are made of 90% of collagen. So if we stop making it, that's where it becomes very clear, right, as we age. So this True Science liquid collagen activator has really been a game changer. What does it do? It activates, it replenishes, and maintains. It's the only collagen on the market that actually does that, right? Many of them will replenish. Maybe they maintain. Maybe they only have 1 or 2 types of collagen within that product. Ours has 10 different types of collagen. We activate, replenish, and maintain. The key ingredient here, and it goes right along with our protandem product, is ruby red quinoa. We have plants that are activating the body to flip switches, right? To turn on the body's ability to make the specific enzymes and boost those responses, like deep in the cell, right at the DNA level. So the ruby red quinoa is the activator piece to our collagen product. Ruby red, and then you can see this right here. The bottom line is that when you look at the collagen density, it improves, right? And so that's what we're tracking here with the science. It has hydrolyzed marine peptides. This sets us apart. When we're really looking at these products, we really are the only product on the market right now that's doing this type of work to activate the body using collagen. There are 10 types of collagen. And the berry is really good for assisting in the maintenance, right? The citrus berry extract. So it's about maintaining, which is a huge piece of taking in collagen. Guys, it's clean. Think dirty, shop clean. We're winning Stevie Awards. Research it. We are clean. There's not really all the junk that one can find in other collagen products out on the market. So no sugar, artificial sweeteners, GMO, it's dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free. And when the studies are, we have ongoing studies, we're beginning kind of the scientific body of science that people are looking for. But we did the 8-week clinical trial and the results were astounding. It's really boosting those enzymes that actually the Protandim NRF2 does, right? So there's a good connection here between collagen, taking that collagen product along with the DNA activation, right? It's all working really well together, and we're waiting to hear the results of some of the science that's out there right now. So why is liquid collagen, better than, kind of the powders that you could buy at Costco or, wherever, people are looking for their collagen right now? Liquid is it's extremely bioavailable, which means that our bodies can take it in and use it and process it in ways that powders don't. I think it takes 10 to 30% absorption versus 90% when we're looking and comparing liquid to powder. So we're just going to roll through and really look at the documentation, because I can be jabbering all night long about that. But if you take a look at this documentation, you can see, before and afters, day 1, day 15. We know these people. These are our business partners, which is so cool, because every time we see them, they look younger. Is that not right? I mean, every conference I see them, but the collagen has just added that acceleration in how the skin, it's holding its firmness, the pigmentation. You can see the eyes, typically the dark circles under the eyes as we age, and the shape of our face, it's all changing. The cellulitis in the legs. I mean, this is absolutely mind-blowing to see the before and afters. The hairline, you can see pigmentation in the skin. Hair growth. So this is so great. If people are already seeing these results on the outside, what in the heck is going on the inside? Guys, this is, any kind of, digestive, there are all kinds of things that are happening on the inside that are shifting with our, with this activator. So just a broad overview before we start diving into the numbers with this, and kind of what makes this particular opportunity kind of set apart from many. What the company did with that flagship product, Protandim, it was this concept of activating the body, right? It's like the 1 to 1 million, right? 1 to 1 versus 1 to 1 million when we're talking about like the cleaning up approach inside of every single cell in our body. They saw that, wow, okay, activating, having the science behind this, we knew that the environmental effects of of what happens when we age with the skin, for example, they took that technology in the original Protandim and they put it into different, topical targeted approaches. So we have the Protandim, 3 products, one that's increasing energy on the mitochondrial level, one that's like, kind of doing what caloric restriction typically does, but those 3 sort of DNA activators are also, kind of found in the skincare, in the hair care, in the brain health. We have a pet product. These pathways are found in all mammals, right? So our dogs are suffering from the same kind of aging that we are, only faster. So these are like solutions for problems for people as they age. And most recently, the daily essentials, basically with our AM, PM, and that is the micronutrients needed to feed the circadian rhythm. There are certain times of the day that those activation works better, right? With certain micronutrients and minerals. So they put together these products to be able to sleep well, wake up well, and everything with the foundation of kind of building off of that DNA activation. So there's a lot to dive into. So I recommend taking a little bit of time. I don't have it right now. I just want to make sure this is really tight. But really, when we find a product line or a mission that we're in alignment with, right? this can really fall into the category for those that are looking for a side hustle. We know today the trends, right? We know that there's an extra 5,000 in income every single month to actually meet the cost of living, right? That's going on. The everything's going up, like the inflation, everything. So Lifevantage is a perfect side hustle for somebody who is looking to sort of create another income stream. So we're going to just kind of go into Evolve, and Evolve for us, being here for 11 years, Evolve is considered a modern traditional compensation plan. Okay. And this is very inclusive for whoever wants to build a business. There is a place for them right here. And you don't have to be that needle in the haystack that goes to the top. You could be somebody that says, look, I really feel passionate about, this information. How can I work this into my already busy life? Because honestly, that's the deal. Most people are very busy today, and they're trying to figure out, with something like this, is this real? And can I actually do it with my busy schedule? So there is a consultant path, and we're just going to dive into kind of what this looks like. But, this is about, sharing the information. It can be about building and growing a team, or it can really lead to a place where it's like a leadership development program with a paycheck. I mean, that's simply what it is. It's like transformation with a paycheck. And there are levels in which, people who are moving through with different goals can really attain. And that's, for, the leaders in the company, that's what we do. We help that brand new consultant identify a path, identify a speed, and help them reach their goals. And really, it's about, it's a balanced plan in the sense that some people are going to want to come in and they have a large influence with, let's say they're a chiropractor, maybe they're in the health field, maybe they just are a rock star in their community. They have some influence, right? And they just want to share the product. I have to be honest, when I got in, I absolutely did not know that I wasn't sharing, like, leading with the business until I started leading with the business. My passion was the fact that my husband and our health changed dramatically, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew about it. And so, there's a progression sometimes with people's level of comfort. And I think that's the biggest part about this plan, is that people can get in where they fit in and actually make some money along the way. So, that's what we're talking about here. There really is a way that people can grow. And for those that have been in the industry, there are many different types of compensation plans. Okay. And this might be a little advanced, but I want to, paint the picture that the long-standing companies that are in the industry that are the billion-dollar granddaddies are not a binary. They're actually something that is building kind of in the levels, right? We're considered a unilevel compensation plan. So there are a lot of binary, and binary is simply like, it's a fast-paced way to build. They're great. There's nothing wrong with them. But if we're talking about a legacy company and something that's going to last for generations, which is, hey, why I'm in it, because I can will down my business for generations. I want it to be solid. And so you can see the two kind of structures here. It's just a different building pace. It's a different building wealth generation when we're talking about our compensation plan here in Evolve, because you're going to have leader backed by leader, which are on the right-hand side, you see those large circles kind of going down in depth. We're building out a family tree of customers and business builders, right? It's a very balanced way to build out, and very organic for those people who are just getting started. So you kind of work the way you want. And so, most people, it's like, most people are starting with the products and they're building something from there. So you can grow a team, you work the way you want. And that's the way I had explained it before. The Evolve reasons, my husband and I, we just qualified for the My Life Venture incentive. And that was holding kind of one of the executive ranks, bringing over 100,000 in customer volume every single month for 12 months straight, right? They incentivized us. Now with the Evolve plan, it's only for 6 months and you're bringing in 150,000 in customer volume. But guys, this is amazing. This really puts that person who has those goals into a place where they can actually make a significant, they can get a Jeep or a $25,000 check. There's so many ways that one can really excel and be incentivized to really put the time in. So getting paid monthly, we're just going to jump right in. For those that are getting in that are sharing the products, right? That brand new person bringing in that customer volume between 500 and 1,000, they're going to get 5% bonus right off the top. And then when the level bonuses start coming in, it'll be 10%. So one can make up to 30% on the recurring subscriptions every single month as they're building their business. And that's really, that's kind of the potential. That's the maximum that we're shooting for, so that those product sellers, those that maybe aren't ready to build a team, can jump in, get in, and actually create an income that will have them wanting to share more, right? Spend more time and learn a little bit more about the business. So, and this kind of gets into the levels. The company pays, on 9 different levels. And like, as you move through the compensation plan and you're developing your customer base, you're developing your leadership base, the company is paying you on levels for every single product sale that's shared, right? So it's up to 10% or more. And then you earn up to 20% check match when you're, when you're in that leadership role, when you're helping your team. The principles behind how this compensation plans is really around how the behaviors of what we're doing are matching growth, right? So of course, if we're bringing on builders that have big dreams and we're stepping into those leadership roles, the company and the compensation plan are incentivizing us to help that brand new person to work in depth in different ways. It's very, very powerful. So, the company pays in many different ways, just matching that person's level of really right where they are. And when we're talking about building a $250 million company that's publicly traded, sitting on the NASDAQ with patents in science, it's like, you guys, I am so excited that there's so much growth potential in this opportunity. People that are getting in today have the same opportunity, if not even a better opportunity, to get the paddles in the water to catch the wave, right? Get the oars in the water, I should say, and really ride this wave, because the timing of hearing this information for those that are tuning in for the first time could not be better. We are building out the leadership. We are growing the customers. We're growing the leadership in this company in a way that there is still a window, a good sized window, to create something massive. Okay. So this is a vehicle for those that really have big vision, who maybe those who just want to integrate it into their life, in a way that feels really relaxed to them. But there's really, truly a path for everyone. And the profit sharing really puts this company really, in a whole nother category. Because not only we're helping our customers, we're helping our leadership, there are all these incentives for different ways you can grow the company. But if we think about this, our company right now is, I think, over in 24, 25 countries right now, and growing, right? So we're global. And having profit sharing for those in the executive ranks is something that really creates a culture of cooperation, of collaboration, where it's like, if my team's not in Japan yet, right? But if I were over in Japan, I would be helping those teams grow, right? Because the entire company is considered in my organization at that point, because we're getting a little bit of all of the sales that are running through the company. You guys, having this global profit sharing experience in the leadership pools really creates an amazing culture, which, by the way, our company's culture is second to none. Our leadership is united, which allows us to really move and create something much, much faster. So getting started, people are going to get a pack, right? They're going to pick a pack There are many different ways to get in. For those that have the big business vision, I would say get the elite pack. That person will get their hands on all the products. How do we build belief really quickly in this business? It's about like getting our hands on the products, just diving in, because for honestly, like the skincare is not something I was looking for at the time that I joined the business, but it was a game changer and I was able to share it, right? It gets people kind of in the mix and building their belief in the products quicker, but people get in where they fit in. So they're going to pick a pack and then they're going to pick a stack, right? That healthy glow stack absolutely is a foundational place for somebody to start because the results are happening. And one can feel that difference within the first month. So, but we really meet people, you know, a brand new person where they are, they're going to pick what they're going to be using, and have a subscription every month for that. And then 3-in-1, U+2. This is a strategy, and these are minimums, guys. I mean, to grow this company, it's not just 3-in-1 every month, right? We're talking about 3 customers and 1 consultant every month is a really good, like, goal to kind of start out with. To grow fast, you're going to want to enroll, you know, a lot of times people will enroll their biggest months in their very first month because they're excited. They have the, you know, their leadership locking arms. They're right in there sharing the information in a way that everyone can hear it. And people will jump on board very quickly. So this is a way that people can make, you know, get their return on investment back and really start growing to make a substantial income with our Evolve plan. So in closing, I just want to say that this is a vehicle. This is a vehicle for massive change in a person's life, whether it's from their health, whether it's for their wealth, whether it's part-time, full-time, whatever it is. This is the vehicle to really capture and, you know, the dreams that people have. Like, and it could be big dreams, small dreams in between. It doesn't matter. This is a vehicle for us to share with the world and really make an impact. And that's what I'm excited about. The ripple effect that this information is having in people's lives is far more than one person at a time in my massage practice and getting out there one person at a time. I have been looking for something like this where I can make a massive impact. And it's really about empowering other people. It's about sharing this information. So I encourage you, get back to the person who invited you to this. Let them know where you are. I mean, we're not here to convince, right? This is information that everyone needs to have, whether you're going to do something with it today or next week or next year. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Skylar. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Sarah. That was fantastic. Let's see all the love in the chat and in the comments for Sarah and what a fantastic job she did. I loved it so much. Every single time that I hear the opportunity, we have so many different backgrounds and different walks of life that our leaders have come from. And it's been really, really fun to see everybody that's just been passionate about changing lives, whether it's on the health side or on the financial side, and all the lives that we've touched. So really all that at this point where we're a 14-year startup, essentially with this new compensation plan that we're bringing to the masses, is we just need more people to help us share this amazing opportunity. So we're grateful for you joining us today, and we can't wait to see you join the Lifevantage family and see you at one of our next events here coming up very, very soon. So thank you everybody for your time, and have a great rest of your day.